So, my treadmill blew up today. Welcome to Time Treadmill. I'm Ron, and these are my sweaty thoughts about Doctor Who. So this has been a day. I came downstairs to get on the Time Treadmill first thing this morning and start watching The Visitation. And as soon as I took my first step, there was a giant pop, a big burst of light, and the treadmill stopped. And so did all of the other electrical things plugged into that circuit. I had not only blown out the motor on the treadmill, but blown the circuit on the house. So once I reset things and took a closer look at the treadmill, well, frankly, I didn't even have to look. I could smell what had happened. The motor for the treadmill was completely blown. Now, this treadmill is one that I bought secondhand for $250 about a year ago that I expected to last maybe a month. It was a stopgap treadmill to last me until I could buy a real decent brand new one. And then I got comfortable on it and never got around to ordering a decent brand new one. So now, today, I have ordered a brand new Soul S77 treadmill. The thing is a tank. I've been looking at them and researching them for a couple of years now, and it's definitely the one. Unfortunately, what with the pandemic and all of that, their delivery times right now are something like 45 days. So in the interim, instead of the Time Treadmill, I have an elliptical. And I wheeled that into place and got myself set up, and instead of doing my workout this morning before work, I had to do it this evening after work, and here I am, and I gotta tell you, that elliptical kicked my butt. But enough about me and my first world troubles. Let's talk about The Visitation. This is a really cool story, very strong story, and probably the most interesting thing about it is that it's written by newly incoming script editor Eric Sayward. Now, that in and of itself is not unusual. Script editors write a script for a season all the time. It's a pretty standard thing. The interesting thing here is that that's not quite what happened. Eric Sayward pitched the script and submitted it, and the production team loved it so much they brought him in not just to buy that script, but actually to bring him on board as the new script editor because Christopher Bidmead was leaving. And so what you have here is a case of not the script editor writing a story for the show, but a story writer for the show becoming the script editor, and that's pretty dang cool. As for the story itself, it's set in 17th century England, in Heathrow, actually. As per usual with this season, the story begins with the Doctor promising to take Tegan back to Heathrow in time to make it to her first shift as an airline stewardess, and of course he misses the mark by about 300 years. But the story itself is really interesting, really well done. It's a slow burner of a mystery where at first it appears that plague is ravaging this small community, and then of course it turns out to be an alien pteroleptil and his terrorizing android, and he has remote control wristwatches controlling townspeople as slaves and all kinds of cool stuff. And tomorrow it's going to build to a great climax, but just a really interesting, clever story. And I always love the historicals. This is not by any means a pure historical. It definitely has a strong science fiction bent. But it's a great setting, great time period, and has a fantastic guest character in the person of a former actor who's now become a highwayman, and he is a joy to watch. So this is a very good, very solid Fifth Doctor story. And I mentioned yesterday that I'd be talking about the sonic screwdriver. Well, I will absolutely, positively be getting to that tomorrow. I'll see you then.